You already know what Dubai is supposed to be: the tallest tower on Earth. Supercars at every valet stand. A skyline that looks like it was rendered before it was built. This, everyone agrees, is where the world's billionaires live. Here's the number that breaks the picture. In 2025, Dubai was home to about 20 billionaires. Just 20, but it also held more than 81,000 millionaires and welcomed nearly 20 million visitors in a single year. So the city that sells itself as the most exclusive address on the planet is, by the actual math, one of the least exclusive places a wealthy person can go. That's the contradiction this whole video is about. Monaco, the city we looked at a few videos back, is built to keep almost everyone out. Dubai was built to let almost everyone in. And once you see it that way, the supercars and the skyline start to mean something different. Because the thing Dubai actually sells isn't wealth. It's something cheaper, something you can scale to 20 million people a year. The appearance of it. Everyone calls Dubai a billionaire's playground. The numbers say it's the exact opposite. To understand Dubai, hold it up against its mirror image. In Monaco, $1 million buys you about 16 square meters of prime property, roughly 170 square feet. That's a generous parking space, and money is only the first gate. To actually become a resident, you go through a slow, in-person process, and you're expected to genuinely live there. It's old money, inherited money, and the whole system is designed as a filter. Monaco's entire business model is scarcity. The point is, how few people get in. Now Dubai, that same $1 million buys you roughly 90 square meters of prime real estate, about 970 square feet, more than 5 times the space, in towers selling the same product Monaco sells: sea views, sunshine, zero income tax, and safety. And residency works the opposite way. Dubai's Golden Visa runs on a property investment of about $545,000 and grants 10 years, renewable, with no minimum stay. You don't even have to live there. You can hold legal residency in Dubai from another continent. So picture the two doors. Monaco is a velvet rope, slow, watched, almost always closed. Dubai is a turnstile. Pay the fare, push through, come and go as you like. Same lifestyle on the brochure. Opposite machine behind it. Monaco profits by being hard to enter. Dubai profits by being easy. And when your business model is volume instead of scarcity, you don't court 100 billionaires. You court millions of everyone else. So how do you actually pull millions of people toward a strip of desert coast? You engineer the magnet. The magnet starts with one number: 0. 0 personal income tax. No capital gains tax. No inheritance tax. Whatever you earn in Dubai, you keep all of it. For a business, there are more than 20 free zones, districts like the financial center and the multi-commodities hub, where businesses can still qualify for a 0% corporate tax rate. And the pull is measurable. For 2025, the United Arab Emirates was projected to be the #1 destination on Earth for migrating millionaires, a net gain of nearly 10,000 for the 4th year running. Of the wealthy individuals relocating worldwide, an estimated 7,100 were headed specifically for Dubai, carrying around $7 billion with them. Some of that is mobile capital, looking for a home that won't ask too many questions. After 2022, for instance, Russian money into Dubai property jumped more than tenfold before cooling off again. Meanwhile, the city's population crossed 4 million people in 2025 and is still climbing about 5% a year. Here's the contrast that matters. Monaco backed into being a tax haven. It abolished income tax in 1869 because a casino was making it rich enough not to need one. Dubai did it on purpose. It looked at the model and built the zero tax magnet by design, as a deliberate strategy to import people and capital at scale. And the people that magnet is now pulling hardest aren't the billionaires at all. Walk through the new arrivals lounge, and you'll notice who's actually showing up. Not dynasties. Online earners, influencers, e-commerce sellers, day traders, content creators, people whose entire business fits in a laptop and a phone. The reason is pure arithmetic. In much of Europe, a top earner hands over 40 to 45% of their income. In Dubai, they hand over nothing. For someone making good money online, relocating isn't a luxury, it's a raise. But the math has a catch, and Germany is where it got loud. In January 2025, the German state of North Rhine-Westphalia stood up a dedicated financial crime unit aimed squarely at this. It's now examining around 6,000 social media cases with an estimated 300 million euros in suspected unpaid tax and more than 200 criminal proceedings already opened. Investigators describe a recurring trick, claiming to have moved to Dubai while actually still living and earning back home. Because the thing that decides your tax bill isn't a Dubai address, it's where you genuinely live. And a geotag is not a residency. Germany is the documented anchor, but the pattern is wider. The Netherlands rolled out an exit tax on departing wealth. The UK tightened its rules for non-domiciled residents, and Dubai responded by courting these arrivals directly, with an initiative aiming to bring in more than 10,000 creators. And here's the tell. A lot of these new arrivals aren't ultra-rich at all. They came for what they keep, and for a backdrop that looks like money, whether or not it is. Which brings us to the strangest business in the city, and the one that explains everything. In Dubai, an entire service economy has grown up around renting the appearance of wealth. Supercars hired not to drive, but for a 5-minute photo shoot at the curb. Private jets that never leave the ground, booked by the hour so you can shoot jet life content in a cabin going nowhere. Villas and infinity pools let out in time slots, so a creator can bang out weeks of glamorous posts in a single afternoon. If that sounds familiar, it should. In our first video, the rented Lamborghini was the flex, a way to look richer than you are for the length of a red light. In Dubai, that isn't a one-off trick. It's a standing industry. And the empty private jet from our last video? Here, it never even has to take off. The seat was always the product. Now, so is the photo of the seat. So put the pieces together. The product was never the wealth. It's the image of wealth, packaged, priced, and sold at volume to anyone who shows up with a camera and a dream. To be fair, the look is starting to crack. More creators now openly disclose what's rented, and audiences increasingly reward the ones who do. The performance gets harder to sell when everyone knows it's a rental, but the machine that sells it is still running, and it's running on the same fuel as the city itself. Not wealth, but the convincing picture of it. There's a cost to all of it though, and it isn't paid by the people in the photos. Every one of those towers had to be built by someone. Roughly 88% of the people in the country are migrant workers, the labor force that poured the concrete, raised the steel, and keeps the city running. Most of them work under a sponsorship system, known as kafala, that ties a worker's legal status directly to their employer. Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, and the anti-slavery group Walk Free have all documented the problems that come with it. Confiscated passports, recruitment debt, wage disputes, and limited room to leave a bad employer. The government has passed some reforms, but enforcement is widely described as uneven. It's a plain fact about how the image gets made. The skyline that sells the dream of effortless wealth was built and is maintained, largely by people who could never afford to live in it. That contradiction is the whole story. So here's where the two cities land. Monaco gatekeeps real wealth. It decides who gets in, and it keeps the rope drawn tight, because scarcity is the entire point. Dubai did the opposite. It took the image of wealth, the skyline, the supercar, the jet, the view, and it democratized it. It sold the look to millions, and it built a machine to keep selling it. The skyline, the car, the jet, you were always meant to look at them. That was their job. The actual business was somewhere else, in the visas, the zero tax accounts, the rentals, the real estate, quietly selling you the picture of being inside. And that's not a smaller idea than Monaco's. It's a bigger one. Monaco found a way to sell wealth to a few hundred people. Dubai found a way to sell the look of it to the world.